Hello, alright, so one reason today we're going to talk about sort of why maybe your readers don't connect with your character, because they have to care about your character, it's the main thing. All the same plots are told over and over again, but you have to make the reader love your character to make your story stand out. And I just want to say thank goodness for first drafts don't have to be turned into the agents, and that you can just press delete whenever you want and just delete all the nonsense and start over, because for me, I was rereading my chapter 11, my personal experience leading into the tip that I have for you is that I was rereading my chapter and I could really have the perspective of the reader because I had been drinking some wine, I suppose, when I was writing, and it prevented me from really remembering what I had written. So it was like I was reading it from somewhere else, like stone cold sober. It's like I don't even remember writing those words. So it was like I could be my own critique reader, my own beta reader, which is sort of nice. So reading from the outside and having not remembered what I wrote when I wrote it, I said to myself, I don't really care about this character, and then I realised why, and I'll tell you why so you can sort of learn from my mistake. So what happened was, every time I was trying to describe my emotions of my character, I was mistakenly just manifesting physically. For example, if she's frightened, I won't say she's frightened, but I show it by her palms are sweating or she's trembling or whatever, something like that. But I forgot to really be introspective is what happened. And so to give you an example about what it means to be introspective, and so that you can do it yourself, and I pressed delete a lot and did it myself, having sort of read over it and said, why do I keep describing physical things and manifesting physical things? Why am I not inside of her head? So here's an example of what I mean by introspection and getting inside of your character's head. Like, for example, if you're writing a story about a cat, and let's say your cat, you're in your cat's head and there's thunder outside, you don't want to just simply say, oh, there was thunder outside and the cat was frightened. And you don't simply want to manifest physically the fear by saying, oh, the cat, there was thunder outside and the cat ran under the chair and her fur stood on end and her pupils dilated and her claws were out and all those things. You want to have a balance where you get introspective. So that would look like the cat was vibrated by this sudden rumbling outside the window. She ran under the chair and she wondered, is this the big metal monster that almost crushed me the time I ran out to the road? Has it come back to destroy me? You know, she's thinking about that sort of thing. This is introspection. It's kind of a stupid example, but you know, it's an example off the top of my head. So I hope that gave you something to think about how introspection, getting inside their heads, giving them a memory and a thought and an impression, can really make the reader feel connected, like they're there, like they're experiencing it themselves, instead of only saying, oh, she was frightened, and instead of only saying, oh, her pupils were dilated. And that's my advice, and I used my own advice, and like I said, I'm just really grateful first drafts are only first drafts. And so happy writing to you, and I love you. Thank you for watching my program. I'll have more in the future.